Did you know in 1919, the U.S. State Department of Agriculture saying that each American should have 2 hens in their backyard. But more on that later. So tuck yourselves in and let's get started. Mainly, everybody knows egg prices are skyrocketing right now.
Price of eggs is up a rotten 60% in a year.
Prices have risen for lots of foods, but the cost of eggs climbed the most in the last year.
And that's partially due to inflation. But the main cause is this type of flu that's going around in the big commercial farms.
The ongoing outbreaks of avian influenza are showing no signs of letting up.
Deadly avian flu outbreak across 47 states that's left some store shelves empty.
Consumers will continue to see higher prices for the eggs that they're buying at grocery store chains.
If one bird gets that flu, they will kill the entire flock. And millions of egg layers are dead. Last time I went to the supermarket, which is way back a few months ago, I saw the eggs were $7 to $10 a dozen, and those were free-range organic eggs. Right now, I don't know how the prices might be, but in California, the prices are $7 US. And that is due to the state law that came into effect last year, which requires egg producers to raise cage-free hens. So here's what you guys can do about it.
Uncle Sam expects you to keep chickens and raise hens. 2 hens in your backyard for each person in the house will keep a family in fresh eggs. Even the smallest backyard has room for a flock large enough to supply the house with eggs. The cost of maintaining such a flock is small. Table and kitchen waste produce much of the feed for the hens. They require little attention, only a few minutes a day. An interested child old enough to take a little responsibility can care for a few fowls as well as a grown person. Every backyard in the United States should contribute its share to a bumper crop of poultry and eggs in 1918. In time of peace, a profitable recreation. In time of war, a patriotic duty. Your state agricultural college or the United States Department of Agriculture, Washington, D.C.
Back then, they supported and even encouraged people to get a few hens in their backyard. Now, this poster we made just for a little fun. I saw a clip from Joe Salton saying that in Belgium there were 2,000 families, and those 2,000 families own 3 hens in their backyard. I recently saw a clip from Joe Salton saying that in Belgium there were 2,000 families, and each of those families owned 3 chickens. The first month went by, and they reduced the landfill waste dramatically. This was due to those families feeding them their kitchen waste. Now, if you do decide to get a flock of chickens, or even a few, here are the few benefits you'll get from them. A good breed of chicken will produce eggs like crazy almost every day in the winter time, only missing a day or 2, which is still excellent and some real endurance. Currently, the temperature outside is around minus 10 degrees. We have nights dipping below minus 28 degrees Celsius, and it's expected to dip below minus 40, which is super cold, but the hens will still lay eggs. Our breed, the Astrolop, has a world record for producing 364 eggs in 365 days. A good breed of chickens will also resist sickness and disease. Chickens poop so much, it's unbelievable. They poop so much at night and so much at day. I sometimes see clumps like this. When I come out in the morning, they're all like chunked together and frozen. Chickens are super useful at turning up your compost. In the summertime, they turn up my pile of wood chips that has been mixed with their poo. I pile it up, but you also don't need to pile it up too. You can just leave it on the ground there, scratch, and look for the bugs, and the grubs inside the compost. While the chickens are scratching, their nails will also be dulling at the same time and will be kept at good length. Hens are not noisy unless they're attacked by a predator or they just laid an egg. Some hens might not even make a single noise. after they just laid an egg, and some would do. It's just a different personality for each of the hens. But if they do see a predator, one of them will make a noise and all of them will flock together under somewhere safe where they can be protected from that predator. Chickens are great for children and adults to learn from them and to have a little fun with them. When we first got our chickens, we wasn't fully, they didn't really know us and were kind of scared of us. But then after the winter and then the summer came, they're all, when we bringing food, or we call them, they running up to us, eager to see what we have. If you buy them as chicks, they'll get used to you and will allow you to pick them up if you need to look at them for any problems or you need to take care of them. Chickens will help control ticks and other unwanted bugs around your property. If you have a small backyard, there might not be that much bugs, but there might still be ants and those ground bugs that are on the grass that you do not want. And those chickens will just gobble them up. They use the free food and turn that free food into protein for the eggs. If you have a few of them in your backyard, you might see a big improvement on the bugs. Old hens are extremely useful even after they stop laying eggs every day. They still continue to lay eggs every other day or every 2 days, but they're still useful to turn up compost, hatch chicks, and teach the young hens the tricks of the trade for chicken. When they get old, they're also nice to have around too. Old hens still have lots of benefits, which makes them hen honorable. Here's my final advice. If you live in a backyard that allows you to get the chickens, and some of them won't, it might only allow you to have 2 maybe, or 4, get a few and try them out. They're very easy to keep and you have to worry less about the egg prices rising because you have your own eggs coming fresh from your chickens. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you guys subscribe to this channel. And until next time, continue to learn and grow. Goodbye!